adventure, sports, outdoors. With host Harry Canterbury.
There I was, back in the wild again, and I felt right at home where I belong. I had that feeling coming over me again, just like it happened so many times before. Yeah.
Hi, Harry Canterbury with another edition of Adventure Sports Outdoors. Join us today at the Goodwill Veterans Home on Adams Street, right here in Peoria, Illinois. I was amazed of all the great work that they do for these men in need. And I'm here with Don Johnson, the CEO and President of Goodwill. And Don, tell us what we're going to see today.
Well, thanks for being here. It's a hidden secret, we think. People know us for other things in the community, but this is one that we're very proud of and glad to show it to you guys today.
Okay, well, I tell you what, there was no words for it. It is a great facility, and I just wish they would do more of this across the United States. But we have it here in Peoria, Illinois.
Adventure Sports Outdoors is brought to you in part by Corsall Lumber, manufacturers of quality hardwood products, buyers of standing timber in Smithfield. Central Pool Supply, everything from pools to pool tables and much more in Peoria on West Pioneer Parkway. Kelleher's Irish Pub and Eatery, located on Peoria's riverfront, open 11 a.m. daily. Eastport Marina, one of the only marinas in its class between Chicago and St. Louis, on Mariners Way in East Peoria. And by Goodwill of Central Illinois, free employment and veteran and youth services made possible because you donate. Our thanks to all of these sponsors.
I'm here at the facility here in Peoria, Illinois. It's the Home for Veterans, and it's named the General Wayne A. Downing Home. A great facility that's done a lot of great things for the folks here in Peoria, Illinois. And I'm here with Gretchen and Don, and they kind of spearhead this thing and keep her going. Don, you've been with Goodwill for about 3 or 4 years, and this is one of your pride and joy ventures here at this Veterans Home. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, it's well, we think it's a secret because people know Goodwill for the Goodwill things of donations and things, but this is a spinoff. This is our mission. This is a major commitment by Goodwill here in Peoria and our whole region. We provide food, shelter, clothing for the guys and services, and we have 15 guys that live here full time.
And of course, what is your position at Goodwill?
I'm Director of Communications and Marketing for our region.
It means a lot to you also. This is your pride and joy, and one of the things that really stands out in the community is the Home for Veterans. And you really, this makes you feel good because you're really doing something for the people of this great city.
Absolutely. You know, throughout our region, people donate and they shop at our stores. And, you know, we're here today to let the community know this is what you're supporting. Beyond, you know, just making a donation and getting rid of some unwanted items or finding a great bargain at our stores. It's through that revenue that we provide support to 15 gentlemen here who, without us being Goodwill, would be homeless.
Like I was saying earlier, if society as a whole would do more things like this, we would be living in a better place. And when I went through this facility, I was extremely impressed by what these guys think and how they're living. The place is spotless. They learn things, they do things, and a lot of these guys, they don't stay here forever. They get back on their feet and they go places, don't they, Don?
Yeah, I mean, it's up to each individual personal plan that we have for the guys. Some guys, will decide to move on, but we have other guys that will probably, end their life here. And that's just what we call permanent housing. We've commit to them. As long as they understand and abide by things that we have for them, they can stay here as long as they like.
Now, if somebody would like to participate or help you guys, how do they contact you?
They can fill out a contact us form on our website, goodwillpeo.org, and we will route that to the appropriate individual. Or they can always call our office at 682-1113 and inquire for a volunteer opportunity.
I've been to a lot of places that do a lot of things, but if you were to walk in my shoes through this facility and see just how great that these gentlemen turn out and how helpful this organization has been to get them on their feet, it's just unbelievable. So thanks for the tour. We really appreciate it, and good luck in your further endeavors.
Thank you, Harry.
I'm here with Amber Darrow at the General Wayne Downing Veterans Home here in Peoria, Illinois. She oversees the operations daily of this facility, and tell us what this is, Amber.
We are a permanent supportive housing facility that serves 15 formerly homeless veterans. They have to be homeless with a disability. Most of them have multiple disabilities, spanning from mental, physical, and substance abuse, generally all three at once. We prioritize serving chronically homeless, which means having multiple periods of homelessness or having an extended period of homelessness longer than 12 months.
So you're taking care of people that need immediate help, and you've had a lot of success stories, and you can't believe this facility. It is, and we're going to show it today, but you do such remarkable work with these guys, and I've met a number of them, and they seem like they're doing pretty good.
Yes, we work with the guys to improve multiple areas of their life. We try to increase their income. We try to increase their self-sufficiency. We try to increase their supportive services, whether that is through the Illinois Department of Human Services or through the VA or other agencies for benefits they may be eligible for.
I'm here with Dave Cott, and we're at a really super place. We're in his room, and one of his hobbies is putting together military aircraft. How many have you got in here, do you know?
About 32.
32. When did you started this when you came to the VA home?
About a year after I got here.
Well, it's a good hobby.
Well, I use it for my PTSD.
Well, yeah.
Helps me forget about.
Keeps your mind off of stuff.
Yeah, it makes me forget about, when my anxiety and my depression starts up, my PTSD gets really bad. The medicine doesn't work, so
Just it focuses you on doing something else and keeps your mind off.
I forget about everything.
Well, that's great.
When I'm building these, and I like doing it because I like building things. I like using my hands.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, when we came by a couple of weeks ago, I came down here, and I looked in here and saw all these in here. This is so cool.
Thanks.
This is really neat.
I appreciate it.
You do a great job, and it's like I say, I mean, you got a ton of them in here, and they're just helicopters and jets, and you got a lot of World War I, World War II airplanes. Yeah, World War II was really nice. Well, hey, Dave, thanks for showing us your collection.
Oh, no problem.
All righty, buddy.
Anytime.
Oh, you bet. I'm here with Todd Boyd at the Goodwill Veterans Home here in Peoria on Adams Street, a remarkable place, and I had no idea at all how much good that Goodwill does for the veterans. I'm here with Todd Boyd. Can you tell your story? You've been here for 3 years.
3 years
You're
now.
Going back to
sir.
work. These people have just.
Well, Harry, I can't tell you what this home has meant to me, but in 2015, I was indefinitely laid off in Kentucky and exhausted my savings trying to keep my little house and truck going. And I lost it all, and I called my mother in Danville. I said, Mom, is there somewhere, work I do? She says, come on home, son. I said, well, but there's no work in Danville at all. So I went to the VA hospital and asked them, is there somewhere that they could send me? And they said, we could send you to the Peoria Rescue Mission. So I left the next day. Our previous director, who just left, Mr. Mel Green, he used to volunteer his time there as a supervisor. And I just happened to be close enough to hear him saying something about a veterans home in a crowded room full of people talking. I followed him into his office. I said, could you tell me more about it? He goes, well, I'll come pick you up at Monday at 9 o'clock. And he says,
They brought you here?
Yes, he said, we'll do the paperwork and see where it goes. Now, at that time, we only had 10 beds, and there was everybody had been here for multiple years. And just one guy was getting ready to move away to be closer to his family, and I was selected. And 1 week after I got into this room and I sat down in my room, I cried because I knew that God had his hand on me the whole way. He had a purpose for me. Then I met Don Johnson, the CEO of Goodwill, and he says, Todd, we want to give you a job. Okay, so this is getting even better.
All right.
So I rode a bus, because I didn't have a car yet. I rode a bus all through the winter up to one of their stores and worked in the warehouse, saved enough money to buy a car. And then I proceeded in that, and I worked for a company in industrial maintenance, and now I'm in Morton at a company, Precision Planning.
So this all worked out.
Yes, it did, but it's much more than that, because I don't know that I could ever repay the goodness and the kindness that Goodwill and this home has done for me, other than, you know, my goal though is to move out soon so I can give my room to a veteran that needs it more than me.
Yeah. A lot of people drive by and they see this very beautiful, nice facility, but
Yes.
and they see a sign, but some read it, some don't. But it's just a very nice, clean, well-run establishment. As you come in the door, they have a
Right.
kind of a welcoming area.
Yes, sir.
You know, you guys have a room where you guys television room, TV room,
Yeah.
kind of.
Well, we have the main living room, all right, and all new furniture in there.
Right.
We have all new dining room furniture and flooring and carpeting in the last year or two, and we also have the computer room. We have 2 computers for the fellow to use, and you know, as you come in the back door from the patio, they call it a game room, but we have exercise equipment and so forth. Then we come down the halls, and it accentuates Bill Bontemps, who used to be, I guess, the director of Veteran Services within Goodwill, and he was a photographer, and he took the
And he was a veteran too.
Yes, sir, and he was active duty in Vietnam, and so those pictures in our hallway reflect some of the pictures that he took when he was at Vietnam, but he was...
So it gives you just a good setting when you walk in.
Yes, sir.
You see these photographs
Right, that's
professionally taken,
Yeah,
and it's a
right.
great display. I've seen many of them. They're
Right.
very, very nice.
And then we have just a wonderful kitchen. I mean, that's like a 5-star kitchen, you know, and we have all new appliances. And then we have all new refrigeration units in the pantry. And so it's all laid out and organized in such a way that, you know...
It's like a home.
Yes, it is.
And you have a great facility to wash your clothes,
And
wash
a
your
great
dryers.
laundry room, that's correct. And all of these things are free. And now a man is, you know, he has to buy his own food, but yet we get many donations. I mean, we have a freezer full of meat. We have canned goods and just about anything a man could imagine.
So people's hearts in the right direction. They try to
Oh,
help
sure.
and supplement
Yes, sir.
the facility.
And at this time of the year, coming up during the holidays, a church, a New Life Christian church, has partnered with us the last 2 years, and they come in on Thanksgiving Day, to be away
And
from
that's
their
not
families.
too far away.
No.
No.
And they fully provide a meal for us. They serve us. They stay with us. Some of their church members are singing the choir, and they sing, and it's just something that a lot of fellows here haven't been around any family at all for a long time. Maybe they passed away or something, and so it's a wonderful thing to have.
Well, that's a great testimony from a great guy, and I have to agree with you. This facility here is, you know, on a scale from 1 to 10 is 11.
Yes, it is.
And these
Yes,
people,
it
the
is.
people here work very, very hard, and I think it's about time that the community of Peoria know and understand what's going on right in their own town. Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate
Thank you,
it,
Harry.
and the best of luck to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
bet, you
Okay.
bet.
Hi, I'm Dave Barth with your Sportsman's Tip of the Week. Many guys and gals are cowboys at heart, and everybody likes to shoot at a cowboy rifle. And today we have a few examples of some of those guns. We're going to start first with trapdoor Springfields. This is an officer's model, and it's a current production. Then we have the rifle version, and then we have the cavalry model, which is just identical just about to what Custer had at the Little Bighorn. They shoot a 45-70, they're single shot. You put the hammer on half cock, you open the loading gate, you drop your round in, close it, cock it fully, and you're ready to go. And then we jump up into lever action rifles, and these are Uberti, and they're exact copies of Winchester 73s. This is a saddle ring carbine. This is a deluxe rifle. And then Winchester started making them. They're made by Maruku, but they have the Winchester name, octagon barrel, and this is a full-size rifle. If you want something a little bigger, Winchester comes out with limited edition models. This is a Winchester 1886. Right behind that is the famous Yellow Boy carbine. It's a Winchester 66 copy. It's made by Uberti. This is a copy of a Winchester 92 carbine. It's made by Rossi. This particular rifle is in a 44 Magnum. If you're a big John Wayne fan, they make the John Wayne rifle. This is a 4440, the large loop, just like what he carried in most of his movies. And here's a nice example of some American-made rifles. These are made in New Jersey by the Henry Company. And if you want to do some long-range cowboy shooting, here's an example of a Sharps rifle. This is made by Shiloh Sharps. It's a 45-110. Probably the most common caliber in a Sharps these days is 45-70. And this particular rifle is a special order. It's got the shotgun butt plate, high-grade wood, factory-installed peep sight, and a extra heavy barrel. I'm Dave Barth with your Sportsman's Tip of the Week. Good shooting.
We've got a lot of video. We attended a number of activities put on by Goodwill, and Don, we went to 2 of them. Tell us about the 2 we went to.
Well, you came to Reception of Honor. It's where we, once a year at Goodwill Commons, we recognize those that have done exceptional work to help veterans, whether they're veterans themselves or a business helping veterans or a non-veteran helping. So we give out several awards, and we also do it in honor of General Wayne A. Downing. We actually do a Downing Award, and it works out well.
And that's the name of the facility named in honor of General Wayne A. Downing, right here.
Yep, was a 4-star general and was a good leader and respected. He was known as a soldier.
And I know Ross Perot even spent the money and built the statue at the Peoria Airport. He was a good friend of Ross Perot.
Oh, really?
And I know this table was given, and this came out of his home.
That's correct.
And
yeah, we're very proud of the table. We actually had to refelt it, and we think if that table right there could talk, it could tell pretty good stories, right?
Been a lot of talk about the war in Vietnam and all that stuff. Don, this award ceremony that you hold every year is that you appreciate certain people that have done a lot of dedicated work. And tell us about that award ceremony.
Well, we do a business award where we thank those businesses that are well-deserving, that are quiet, unsung heroes. They work with veterans, they hire veterans. We know who they are from our employment program, and so we work with them. We also do 3 individual awards. One individual award is for a person that's a non-veteran that is helping veterans. And then we do a couple other awards from a retired veteran helping veterans and a current active veteran that's helping veterans. And of those 4 awards, one person actually walks away with 2 awards that we name after General Wayne A. Downing. So it's a great event. We've been doing it for several years. And it's the pride that we have in Goodwill to do that for the community. We think these veterans ought to be recognized, and we think it's a classy way to do it each fall at Goodwill.
Hey, I'm at a very special event. It takes a lot to impress me, believe me, I've seen it all. But this event that Goodwill is putting on here at the baseball field in Peoria is tremendous. I have Don Johnson with me, who spearheads this whole operation. And Don, tell us what you guys are doing today.
Well, this is our 11th annual Stand Down event for homeless veterans, and this year, from about 30 counties, we have about 200 of them that will be here, unfortunately. And we feel with Goodwill, it's our responsibility to reach out and help, not only with the home that Harry has seen, but also it's a major commitment for us. And today's event has 250 volunteers. And to give the equipment, the linens, the sleeping bag, the boots that we do every year for these guys that desperately need it.
I mean, it's tremendous. I walked through there, and it's like going through a shopping center at Walmart or Macy's. I mean, you guys have got everything. You got socks, and boots, and sleeping bags, and canteens, and backpacks, and it goes on and on and on. And these guys really, really appreciate it. And I can't thank you enough for going out of your way. This is a tremendous, exciting event, and that's just down on this level. Upstairs, you can get a haircut. There's the Woodford County Veterans Administration, people that help you with your VA needs, and all sorts of other things that are going on upstairs. We're going to go up there shortly and take a look at it. But you're going to have a great feed today. I met Dave. He cooked a bunch of pork, and you got pulled pork. He even got to have a bite of it. Boy, was it good. But I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for working so hard and diligently to put on such a super event for veterans. I'm here with a very familiar face, Darren LaHood, a great guy and a great congressman, and he's here at this super event put on by Goodwill. And isn't it really neat what Goodwill does for the community? I mean, it takes a lot to impress me, but when I walked through here and see all the things that they're going to give away and they're going to provide for these veterans today, they're going to get haircuts, the VA's here. They got all sorts of things to take home to help them get through life, and they're going to feed them really great. Isn't it a wonderful event?
It really is. This is a wonderful thing for our community, but most importantly for our veterans. And they have done so much for our country, and to have the community come out, over 300 volunteers, all the services for our veterans today is really a wonderful thing. They've been doing this for 11 years, and the credit goes to Goodwill for putting this on, but it's great for the veterans, it's great for our community, and we owe a debt of gratitude to our veterans for what they've done for us.
Yeah, well, this is just one thing that Americans do. We do appreciate the guys. You know, it's only 1% of the total population that goes to war or goes into the service of any kind. And it's time, always time, to honor those who serve in this country. Thanks a lot, Darren. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Good to be with you. Thanks.
I'm here with Corey and Tracy at this stand down event put on by Goodwill. I'm just overwhelmed about all the things that they're offering to all the people. And tell us what you guys are offering here.
What we're offering here today is we're going to be speaking about veterans who are suffering from PTSD. The foundation that we have is called Freedom Pulse Service Dogs Foundation, based out of Chillicothe, and we primarily deal with veterans and first responders who suffer from PTSD.
And now who do we have down here?
This is Annie.
You know, like W.C. Fields said, you don't have dogs or children on television because they take the show away. But what a nice dog. And yes. This is a service dog.
Yeah, she's in training right now.
She's in training, and what will she eventually become?
She'll become a service dog for someone, veteran or a first responder.
And what kind of things will she do?
She will help them navigate through crowds. She'll help them, they need to pick certain items up. She can be trained to do that also.
Okay, well, I admire what you're doing. I'm a dog trainer, but mine's back. They go back and get ducks.
Yeah. Got one of those at home too.
Do you?
Yep.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Yeah,
Woodford County has its own Veterans Assistance Commission, as most every county in the state of Illinois does. And Al Hessel and I are the two accredited service officers that work at the Woodford County VAC.
Well, we assist veterans in processing claims for their disability compensation, as well as help their families to be able to maintain themselves as a good stature and be a part of society.
Good morning, my name is Kevin Howe, and I'm from the Veterans Benefit Administration Chicago Regional Office, and we're here today down from Chicago and Peoria, just trying to provide support for the stand down, do anything we can to help veterans understand the benefits that they're entitled to, let them know about programs, availability, disability, education, home loans, all the kind of things that VA would like every veteran that served our country honorably to be able to utilize and take advantage of. We're grateful to be here, and we're looking forward to a very fruitful and beneficial event.
We're here to help volunteer for the stand down for this program on sobriety for our homeless vets. We're here just to assist in whatever way we can.
Daryl Ammerman, you are quite a guy. You do a lot of things for the veterans, and tell the folks out there what you try to help.
Thank you. Yes, we do a lot of different organizations we work with. We work with the homeless veterans, which we are here in O'Brien Field. We work with the Tee-Up for the Troops. We do wheelchair programs, and we all work together. So the Purple Heart helps out a whole lot in Peoria area.
You know, who are these characters over
here? This is Mr. Mike Miller.
I know Mikey. And who's the other gentleman?
This is Gilbert Salazar.
Hello there, Gilbert. Nice to meet you.
We're all three Purple Heart recipients, and so we help out the local area.
Okay. Good job, guys. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, I'm here with the guy that did all this. All these people back here eating. This wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for Dave. And Dave, I don't know what your secret recipe is. I don't know if you're like Colonel Sanders, I'm not going to tell. But those pork butts that you cooked on there, you season those as good as any pork I've ever ate in my life. Can you give us a little idea about what you put in it?
It gets injected with apple juice, sugar, salt, and vinegar. And then there's a rub with a lot of different spices that goes on. And then there's a glaze that is apple jelly, Cairo syrup, and some barbecue sauce.
Boy.
So it's kind of pork candy, really.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you what, folks, it's unbelievable. Do you cook anywhere professionally for this?
Nope, I just do charity events. That's all, yep. Never charge for my services. And we also pay for all the food for this event.
Well, I'll tell you what, you got a big heart, buddy. Well, you really do.
Listen, compared to what they've done for us, here's a sandwich doesn't seem like much, does it?
Believe me, they appreciate it.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Adventure Sports Outdoors is brought to you in part by Corsall Lumber, manufacturers of quality hardwood products, buyers of standing timber in Smithfield. Central Pool Supply, everything from pools to pool tables and much more in Peoria on West Pioneer Parkway. Kelleher's Irish Pub and Eatery, located on Peoria's riverfront, open 11 a.m. daily. Eastport Marina, one of the only marinas in its class between Chicago and St. Louis, on Mariners Way in East Peoria. And by Goodwill of Central Illinois, free employment and veteran and youth services made possible because you donate. Our thanks to all of these sponsors.
We'd like to welcome our new addition to the family, and her name is Nellie Bonelli. That's on her AKC papers. She's a full-blooded American Water Spaniel. There's only 2,800 of these dogs in the whole world. A very rare dog. My father had one in 1950, and I remember that dog, and my dad loved it so much. She's fully trained, comes from Seattle. Her past parents had some illness in the family and really couldn't give the attention to this dog as we could. And we have to thank Chuck Servino from Kentucky for steering us on to this wonderful little girl.
Chuck has Endless Limits.
Yes, Endless Limit Kennels in Kentucky. But she's a fabulous little dog, a lot of fun, a real handful. She's 2 years old, and it's the first female hunting dog I've ever had. She was quite a handful when you picked her up, too.
She was. She was. We stopped at White Castle. She got a burger. She was really happy with that. And I had thought, and I brought sausages with me, those little treats.
Oh, yeah.
And I gave her that through the kennel, and then whenever I got her on a leash, we went out and we pottied, and she was a really good traveler.
And we got her favorite toy.
Oh, there's Sammy Salmon.
This is Sammy.
That came with her.
You know, you
from
Mark,
Seattle.
stay. Not Mark. Get your leg down there, and I want to throw this for her. But she is fully trained. Mark. Nellie. Bring it here. Fetch it up. Come on. Fetch it up here. Yes, get up here. Get up here. Come on. Come on, get up here.
Good girl.
Yes, good girl. Leave it.
Good girl.
Leave it. Good girl. Good girl. But anyway, that's the new addition to the Canterbury family. We'll see you next month.